So we will provide you some information regarding the dates, regarding the procedure of the online exam via the Moodle exam course and the supervision via via Zoom, sorry. How the upload of the exam works, some general remarks, and then you also have the possibility to test the online tutorial in an online trial in the already created Moodle exam course. So before we start, I would just briefly like to ask, is there anybody present from the exam course, Basics of Material Flow Analysis and Life Cycle Assessment? If this is the case, could you just briefly raise your hand so that I can see whether you're here or not? So is there anybody here who's going to write the exam Basics of Material Flow Analysis and Life Cycle Assessment next week? Okay, so it doesn't seem so. So I only will talk about the exam in Advanced Sustainability and Life Cycle Assessment, and I do not have to switch between those two Moodle exam courses. So before we start, I would just briefly like to ask you to answer this short poll, because I would like to know about the percentage, how many of you have already experiences with these online exams, especially in the Moodle exam courses and the supervision via Zoom. Okay, so I see the majority of you have already voted. So let's say 1/3 of you have already experienced with online exams, and about 2/3 are still new to that type of exam. So I'm going to explain the procedure of the exam a little bit more in detail, as the majority of you have never attended such an exam, and we all want it to run very smoothly next week. So the basic facts. You are all registered for the exam. The deadline was on Tuesday, and now we have all enrolled you to the Moodle exam courses. So in your case, it is the exam course called Advanced Sustainability and Life Cycle Assessment, which you find on Moodle. So your first task now is to check in your internet browser whether you have access to that Moodle exam course. So please open the browser and go into the Moodle exam course. And if you have any issues, for example, in finding the course because we might have forgotten you, which I do not hope, then please let me know now so that we can fix it.
Yeah, Rosina, actually, I already searched for it and I don't find it.
Okay, so you do not find the Moodle exam course. So yeah. Is there anybody else in the group who is facing the same issue? Gina, Sinoi, Syriac. Okay, so okay, so there are a couple of people who are facing issues to find the course on Moodle. Vanessa, would it be possible that I create a breakout session where you could test the screen share together individually?
Yes, of course.
Okay, no so let me just wait for a second. Okay, so I will just briefly talk about the basic procedure, and then those of you who have issues finding the course will go to a separate breakout session. But first, we will continue for about 5 minutes altogether so that everybody gets the same information from the very beginning on. So yeah, so this is the first task, to check the enrollment. We will fix that issue later for those of you who are facing issues here. And then a couple of words on the basic procedure. The exam is next Tuesday, 13th of July. And please, everyone, log in at 9 a.m. in the morning. So the exam starts at 10. Yes, this is correct, but we have to do some ID check beforehand. So we will meet the time, and please be on time. This is important. So the basic procedure is at 9 a.m. you go online. You will do some kind of identity check in breakout sessions. For this purpose, you need to have your student ID at hand. And if you do not have a student ID because of the COVID-19 situation, then please have your personal ID at hand. Do you have any questions for this moment with regard to the identity check?
I have a question.
Yes.
Should we show it to the camera, or should we scan it and send it to you, our IDs? And
there is an upload function also in the Moodle exam course, which needs to be done by everyone. I'm also explaining it soon. So during the exam, you just have to show your student ID or your personal ID, but it is a prerequisite that you have already uploaded your student ID, your certificate of enrollment, and if you do not have a student ID, then your personal ID. Okay, so I will. I think I will just provide some more information, and then things become more clear. So the identity check during the exam will last about half an hour because we're quite a lot of people. And at 9:30, there will be a briefing by Professor Fröhling, a last briefing with regard to the online exam. And then you enter the breakout sessions where you are going to be supervised during the exam. At 10 o'clock, the exam will be visible in the Moodle exam course. So at 10 o'clock, you can reload the browser page in the Moodle exam course in order to have access to the online exam. And throughout the exam, you have the exam open in front of you at the screen of your laptop or a computer, but you are not going to print it out. So you're not leaving the desk during the exam for printing or anything else. Yeah, so at 10 o'clock you start with the exam, and the exam lasts 1.5 hours. At 11:30 you stop writing, and you have 30 minutes to do the upload of your exam. There is a question from Julia. Yes, please.
Yes, in the code of conduct, it says that we can print it.
Okay.
The first page. So.
Okay, so we, yeah, it's not correct actually. So it's a mistake in the code of conduct. Okay, so for those of you who have already uploaded the code of conduct, it is okay to leave it as it is, but yeah, we will then provide an updated version of the code of conduct. This is like a draft we got from an institution at TUM. So yeah, it's a mistake actually. Okay, but thanks for the question, Julia. Very good. Hui Feng, you also have a question.
Yes, because I have already downloaded conduct, only the last page. Yes. About the signature, is it okay?
Yes, if you have already downloaded the code of conduct, I mean, we have now spoken about it, and you now have the information that you are not allowed to print the exam, because for this you would need to leave the desk. And yeah, so if you have already printed it out, you can use the last page and sign it and upload it, but please don't be confused because of that information.
Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, you're welcome. Okay, and
sorry.
yes.
So we only need to upload the last page. Do I understand it right?
For the code of conduct, only the last page, yeah, but I will go step by step through it now. So let me try to first explain it, and then if there are still some open questions, we will try to answer it. Okay, so at 12 o'clock, it's the end of the upload period, so you have 30 minutes only for uploading the documents. And what is important is that you're only allowed to leave your breakout session after the confirmation of your supervisor in the breakout session. So please communicate with your supervisor in the breakout session before leaving it. You need to have the approval. And also do not leave your place, for example, for going to the bathroom, without giving notice to your supervisor. How you do it, we will explain it later. And if you have internet connection problems, also please immediately inform your supervisor in the breakout session. Or if you have a connection issue with your internet, then please call us via mobile phone. We will provide you a number where you can call throughout the exam. And also a last general remark, do not throw away your original exam notes, so keep them for at least 6 months. Then coming to the next aspect, how to prepare for this online exam. First of all, which technical equipment do you need? You need to set up the technical equipment in Zoom. So what you need is a stable internet connection. You need a laptop or a PC with the Zoom software installed. And what is important here is use your real and complete name in Zoom. We need this because it's an exam situation, and we need it for the identity check and also for carrying out the exam. Also, you need a webcam and a microphone that is working. You can also use this test run today to check whether your camera and whether your microphone is working. Otherwise, you cannot attend the exam. You also need a smartphone with a camera to scan your exam after writing it. And please have also a charger ready and make sure that your smartphone is enough and fully charged. I guess most of you have already downloaded the scanning softwares for your smartphone. If you have not yet done it, you can do it also afterwards during the test run or right afterwards, but you need to have the scanning software installed before the exam, and you also need to be familiar with it. So it's your responsibility to make yourself familiar with how it works so that you can scan PDF documents. Okay, what else do you need? You need writing materials, so prepare your writing materials. Make sure that you have enough paper and functioning pens. Please use pencils, so something like this. I don't know if you can see it. Pencils and not pens. And please do not use red color. Yes, César.
I'm sorry, here it is written quite the opposite. It says no pencils, but pens.
Which is correct. A pencil is a Bleistift, so a pen, use a pen and not a pencil.
Oh.
Ah, okay.
So is it correct on the slides or not? I'm always confused with pen and pencil.
Okay, tell me in German.
correct.
Tell me in German. What do they
it should mean Kugelschreiber.
Yeah, that's
so,
a pen. So you use a pen and not a pencil.
And Matt, are you a native speaker?
Me?
Yeah.
Of German.
Ah, okay. So I thought that there was.
I'm an English native speaker.
Yeah. So is it pen
Pencil,
or pencil?
Bleistift. Pencil is Bleistift.
Okay, I'm correcting it. Thanks a lot. So please, everyone, use pens. Thanks a lot. I also learned a new vocabulary here. Sorry. So please.
So then no pencils, no erasable pencils.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, so it is actually correct, right? How it's written there. Okay,
Yeah.
so
It's correct,
please
yes.
use pens and no pencils. Okay, it's not the first exam we're writing, so let's just concentrate and we will manage it. Okay, so great, but thanks a lot for the remark. I want to avoid any confusion here. Okay, then please prepare your writing materials in a way that you print the templates for the title page of your exam and for the solution pages. So first of all, you need this title page printed. And you need you need it printed once. And if you do not have a printer, then you take a white paper and you just handwrite in a clear way the information what is on this template, and you simply handwrite it. This way you are prepared for the exam, having the title page at hand.
I've done it on this kind of paper. Is it all right? Is it not? It's not.
Yeah, it's square paper.
Yeah.
Well, for the title page, you can now leave it for sustainability issues. But to be honest, for the real exam, we prefer that you write on white pages, because on white paper, because when we scan it and when we print it then in black and white, the quality, yeah, it's actually decreasing. So please use white paper if it's possible to do us a favor. Thanks. But for the title page, no, yeah, you can leave it. Okay.
Sorry. Can we write our personal information on the title page and the solution page in advance, like for the exam? Or do we have to write everything when the exam starts, like our matriculation number and name and so on, like the personal information?
Yes, so you can prepare, it's your task to prepare the title page and the templates for the solution pages already before the exam. And of course, you can also already write your matriculation number on each page. But what you have to fill during the exam is the start of the exam, the end of the exam, the actual number of solution pages. And what is very important is that you only sign this document only after the upload and after checking whether it's correct. I'm going to explain it also later. Yes,
right, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Ekin, another question. I didn't expect it, that it's already that complicated at this moment, but it's good to have your questions because.
Yeah, I was going to ask about how many times are we supposed to upload the title page? So I think without signature and with signature, like twice, but you just said that you will explain this further. So
yeah, I'm going to explain it. So you have 30 minutes in total for the upload, and you have to upload the title page twice, once unsigned and once signed. So it should be enough. I'm going to explain the exact procedure. Okay, so this is how the title page looks. Yeah, you're welcome. And you need the template for the title page once. If you want to have a reserved version, you can also prepare it twice just to be on the safe side. And the template for the solution pages here we recommend that you print at least 10 pages. It very much depends on how much you usually write during the exams. Some students are fine with 6 pages, some students write 20 pages. So please make sure that you have enough paper at hand before the exam, so that you do not have to leave the desk during the exam, because you're not allowed to do it. So what you can do is to print these solution pages beforehand. I would recommend you to print them at least 10 times. And you can additionally also have some white pages just to be on the safe side. And if you realize you need more paper, you can then handwrite the matriculation number and the page and the name of the exam during the exam. Okay, so this is what you need for the writing. Yes,
can we also use the backside of the papers, or just?
No, to be honest, I would not recommend you to do it, because usually it shines through the paper when you scan it, and also you are risking that you might forget to scan one page. So we highly recommend you to only handwrite on one page, on one side of the paper, and use a new page for every new page. I'm aware that it is not the most sustainable solution, but I think it's the best solution for you to avoid any issues and to also make the upload much more convenient.
For solution papers, can we use only white paper?
Yes, please. We would prefer that, yes. Okay, so this is what you should have prepared: a template for the title page and the solution pages, and also your student ID to do the identity check. If you do not have a student ID, then your personal ID. Okay, then coming to the uploads. So what do we need from you to be uploaded before the exam? We need your student ID card uploaded in the Moodle exam course. And we need the signed code of conduct also uploaded. And the deadline for the upload is Saturday, 10th of July, so in 2 days at 8 o'clock in the evening. So now my suggestion would be to briefly explain more in detail about how to upload your student ID card. So please scan your student ID card, both the front and the back side, and upload it as PDF to the Moodle exam course in this respective field. There are some special cases. So please check whether you have really scanned both sides, so the front side and the back side. And please also check whether your student ID has a current validation. So from some of you, I have heard that it is difficult to enter the TUM buildings to do the validation of your student card. And in that case, please also enclose a copy of your certificate of matriculation, which you find in the TUM online account. And if you have not received a student ID card because of the COVID-19 situation, then please upload a scan of your personal ID, also front and back side, and also enclose a copy of your certificate of matriculation from TUM online. And we need that document by Saturday, 8 p.m. Yes. Are there any questions regarding the upload of the student ID? Yes, Vitus.
I was just wondering if it's really necessary to also upload the backside, because I've glued on my ESA card semester, and I'm not sure if I can remove it undamaged from the backside.
Yeah, just scan it and upload it. I mean,
Okay.
yeah, we cannot.
I mean, because on the front it still says the validation and all that.
Yeah, but please, anyways, upload both sides in any case, and yeah. And what is also important, please do not only upload it, but also submit it. So for some of you, I have opened the submissions again. So those of you, please check once again if everything is correct. And I would now say that you have about 5 minutes to try to do the upload of the student ID at TOM Online. So you have a first test for the scan function of your smartphone, and you have already done that part. And those of you who have issues entering the Moodle online course, the Moodle exam course, I'm going to create some breakout session now where you can individually check whether you find the solution. So Vanessa, would it be okay if I assign you to that breakout session?
Yes.
Yes. And who of you was one of the persons who had issues in finding the Moodle exam course? Okay, so I'm going to Okay, Sada, I have assigned you now to this breakout session. Okay. Was there anybody else who wanted to check the access to the Moodle exam course individually? Okay, Dina, I'm also going to assign you. And you as well. Okay, I see that a lot of student IDs are coming in, and the people who had issues finding the Moodle exam course, they were also successful. So once again, the information, now the correct information regarding the printer. So you are only allowed to print the exam when your printer is located directly at your desk, when you do not have to leave your desk. So as this is not the case for most people, please plan in that way that you have the exam in front of you on the screen of your laptop or computer. I'm very sorry for the confusion. Thanks again for asking. And the code of conduct is therefore also fine as it is now. Okay, so were there any further questions with regard to the upload of the student ID? We are going to check your uploads afterwards, and yeah, let's hope that all of them are correctly uploaded. And if you're doing it later, then check once again this slide to do it correctly. I'm also going to upload it on Moodle. Then the next task is to upload the code of conduct. Here again, I would recommend you to upload the code of conduct now during the test run already. So I would also give you 5 minutes to do that task. As we have mentioned it before, please print it, read it, and sign it, and upload it in the Moodle exam course. If you do not have a printer, it is fine to only handwrite this last paragraph of the code of conduct, scan it, and upload this last page. So I will also use the time to have a look at your current uploads and contact you if I see anything. So you have 5 minutes now for those of you who have already read the code of conduct to upload it so that it is already done.